Good morning, good evening, good afternoon. What's poppin', guys? Welcome back to the streaming at the next level. Our cameras aren't showing up.
That the voiceover did, like, nothing happened there. What in the shit just came up over the voiceover? And also, we have no images of our faces.
No, we don't, because you know why? Because I have it set to capture our Discord call.
Oh, fucking Christ.
And not...
So, Discord's being a real shit show right now.
Cram sandwich.
And it is... Yeah, and it's been a real crap sandwich. So, we're like, I said, look, we got a boosted server. Just come over to my server and we'll do our thing. And we'll figure it out. Hi, everybody. Welcome to the show. This is twitch.tv/NextLevelTSC. My name is DJBluePDX, joined with CupofRobots.
Why is my image mirrored?
What, do it?
Has my image always been mirrored?
No, your shirt's on backwards.
Oh, fuck!
It's because you're capturing your image in Discord and it reverses your image in Discord.
Guess what now?
Flip it. Just flip it backwards. Just flip it.
Flip it. I did the thing.
Do your 180 on your... I don't know.
Can I crank 90s on my camera?
I don't know.
Then,
we'll figure it out, people. Don't worry about it. While he's figuring everything out, let me go ahead and give you all the disclaimers. You can find out more about us at nextlevelts.com. You can also check out what's happening in the real world. nextleveltsc.net. Now. It's not live yet, but we'll see when it's soon, and sometime it'll come out. If you're over the age of 18, be a responsible viewer. Use headphones, preferably Astros, before you get into the show. Some of the content or languages presented here may not be appropriate for all members of your household. If you're under the age of 18, be a responsible viewer and ask your parents, guardians, or the nuns that oversee your general adult development if you can watch this show. And trust me, they're probably going to tell you no. That's okay. We respect that, but also... Tell them
they can go themselves.
There we go.
What are you doing,
Step Bro? Oh my god, that's one of my favorites. That's one of Drunk and I's favorite inserts ever. All right,
man.
Tonight, joining us on our show for a special live guest appearance is my friend Sa. So, hold on. I was yelling at the dog.
Is that a thing that's happening?
My friend Sa and my last name K. Sa K. Comes in a clear glass, looks like water. So I can make people think it's water.
Hit me with a guest? I was seriously...
I hit you with my best shot. Bow, bow, bow.
I was like... Did I miss a DM?
No. Nope, certainly did not. Yeah. Make sure my camera is not on the autofocuses.
I would like to say to the people listening to this on Spotify...
Drake is going to be coming in a couple weeks. In like a week or two.
Oh, good. Well, I guess we should talk about that, shouldn't we?
At some point, yes.
Maybe we should probably connect.
Worlds and words and instructions from the Aarons.
I would like to say... If you're listening on Spotify this week, you, because you're missing out, because look at me. What am I?
I was going to say, basically, you've been mouth sexed by Tron, but that's just my first guess.
I am what the fuck is wrong with everything right now. And by the way, I set it up so closed captions that are built into Twitch are captioning both of us right now, and it's amazing.
Oh, good.
I can see it happening live right now. It's fantastic. And it did say mouth fuck Tron.
Hold on. Mouth sex Tron. I'm so fucking entertained right now.
Oh my god. So
is this wise at all on any level?
Yeah. I thought it would be a nice touch to the channel.
Oh, good.
Because I think if anybody on the planet needs to be subtitled, it's us. And most of the time they're wrong, so it's awesome.
I was going to say, I feel like that is definitely a questionable thing. Go ahead.
I'm I'm RGB. Okay.
Okay.
And this shit needs to go the fuck away.
Yeah.
And I say that because I'm 40 and it drives me crazy at this point. I have changed all of my lights because I can't just turn them off on my Go XLR and my keyboard and my fucking sunglasses and my condoms, my Stream Deck, all this stuff to just be a white light. Because it came to my attention because we're moving in a couple weeks. When I had the movers come over and were giving me a quote, he came into my office and he looked at me like I'm an asshole. And he's like, what's going on with this room? and it's it's embarrassing as a 41-year-old to come in here and like look at all of my super light uppy shit. Like I look like Tokyo Drift in my office. My desk looks really fast.
Like Tokyo Drift took a shit in your desk. Yeah, I hear you. By the way, I'm also not RGB. I am specifically B&W.
Yeah. I'm BBW.
Oh my god.
Am I going to turn off the condom strobe like that? No, because how am I going to find myself in the cave orgies? I need to know where I'm going. It's just irritating because who was it? It was
why?
Acer
because
or Asus?
The movers was like, you're a child?
No, this is a personal opinion of mine. I was just looking at like it, and I thought about it when it was Acer or Asus just released their like, look at this laptop stand and look at all the RGB around it. Like, why can't we just have normal shit? I love my Corsair keyboard so hard. Like it's a K95 Platinum. It's so good. Because Corsair, call me. But I hate the lights.
Here's the thing. The RGB laptop stands, the reason that they're like that is most RGB. It's for every rich-ass 15-year-old whose parents are willing to pay for the lighting that are also feeding into the fund that those kids are using to illegally purchase mushrooms and LSD. Because let's be honest, they'll sit in front of that PC in the safety of their own downstairs rumpus room that's probably the size of most of our first apartments and be like, hey, look, there's dragons in my PC. And then somehow down the road, they'll urinate on it and insurance will have to pay for it. And who cares? What are we talking about?
You know, before I moved to Virginia, actually, I had
the filters.
That's for the next topic, but now I'm having trouble transitioning. I had a 600 square foot studio that was $1,500 a month.
Oh yeah.
And it had an electric range, and I couldn't open the fridge all the way because it hit the sink. It's fucking dumb. But I didn't have any neon shit in the office. My next point, and I realize that I'm filibustering now, and I'm sorry, but
it's okay.
I bet I was driving around in the car for 6 hours today and had a lot to think about.
It's February. It's February, so that's the month that Valentine's Day falls in.
I don't need all these.
Congratulations, Singles Awareness Day.
Fucking duo events in video games, and I don't need. I'm saying this, and I just launched this limited edition Valentine's Day couples merch. But besides that, I don't need all this shit forced on me in games. Well, the only ones who did it well, I think, was Destiny, and because they did the duos playlist 2v2, and you earn chocolate to give to somebody in the fucking tower to get shitty loot. But other than that, I don't need it. It doesn't need to be a thing at all. That's it. Go ahead.
I can't really say much because we at Avery Media, as an Avery Media partner, and also, by the way, one of the sponsors of this show, they've created for us to get involved in, and we're actually involved in it, the amazing opportunity for communities to win an AverMedia shopping spree. And it's called the Soulmate Challenge. And basically, you got to click on the links. I have my links. The Next Level TSC has their link. But one lucky community is going to win a chance to get one of three different packages, and one of the packages involves two packages. The beginner's package with the AverMedia gear. The second one is a duo's gear. The third one is the 4K gear. Either way, one lucky community out of all the Astro partners involved is going to be able to win this, and you can enter right now on Twitter. So if you want to check out the Next Level TSC Twitter, make sure you do that. You can also check out my personal Twitter. We're also entering. But splendid communities, man. All you need to do is enter and check out some of the amazing gear and amazing products provided by AverMedia Gaming that can help increase your production value and bring it to the next level. Hashtag branding.
You're a
Gizmo's over
chill.
Gizmo's over here like, yeah, buddy.
And second of all, that's fine. I love that AverMedia is doing that. Hashtag ad. But it's the stuff in video games. Like the new Apex Season 8 is all Valentine's Day. Like it's the whole season has all this red shit in it.
Shoot them with a heart. Have you ever drowned someone in love?
Yeah.
There we go.
Yeah. It's called Bukkake.
I haven't heart a single heart to DJ Hearts. EG kiss. Yeah, no, I can.
Drowning somebody in love is called Bukkake. And it's not okay. I mean, that is. And a reference to Next Level's tweet. Sorry.
Here's the thing. February's theme is content and you.
Part of that content and your significant other.
Right, it's content and you. You're not doing things as a group, you're doing things as a solo or single or otherwise. Because if you're like me and you've been single for 13 years, you know what? At this point, the fuck is the point? So, the question on today's ballast is I didn't know shit about fuck. Which also leads into what the fuck are you doing and why when it comes to your content? How can you make better content? And what can you change to make your content better?
Step bro.
For starters, streamers, involve your stepbrothers and stepsisters in what you're making. Whether it's on Twitch, whether it's on YouTube, or whether you're one of those select families that approves all forms of OnlyFans, what could possibly go wrong? I need to stop right there because I feel like I've just crossed a significant line in this tirade. Nothing's going to make sense.
It goes with the theme.
What are you doing, step
What is
bro?
that?
So you might be able to
right now.
Like free use content.
Oh God. Yes, free use content with the giant divot chin. Because it's a catch point right there. If you just get it just below the chin, then it just kind of pulls up and it's easy to wipe up. Use Bounty. Bounty, it's the quicker picker upper. Oh.
This is my Jay Leno.
I am terrified and scared because you're like Jay Leno who's been possessed by Satan. And I'm confused. But
look at that. Huh? Hair. Huh? Hair. I'm a VTuber now.
I don't feel like I like this at all.
That's because you're aroused.
Cheers. You're not wrong. Jesus Christ. Here we go. So
I've basically just covered all my topics, so now the rest of the show is yours.
We have an Elmo on fire and everything's fine. So The theme of February is all about how to make your content better. And as you can see, whether you're trying to strive to make different content, better content, or to adapt some of the things that you do on other social media platforms into the content that you create on Twitch, you can do that using everything from Instagram filters to Snapchat filters, eye masks that usually involve a lot of black makeup. And I want you to go back one.
Wait,
because I'm wondering if that filter was used for. Yeah, I want to know if that filter was ever used for anybody in any superhero anything, so that they didn't have to actually do all the black eye makeup. Also, it would explain how Batman got out of his goddamn suit without the eye makeup on so quickly and didn't have excessive amounts of like Andy Garcia level eyelashes, because that man doesn't need mascara, and yet it always looks like he's wearing it. It's weird.
He does, but in the next Batman movie, he has the mask. He has the black makeup.
Oh, God.
Batman.
So part of stepping your game up means getting creative and getting and being an innovator with regards to how you utilize what's available in technology for technology and through technology. You can find out all about those things by hitting up some of the amazing content creators at NextLevel TSC. You know what's better than that plug? Suck it. All right.
Dumb.
Now, I am not even okay with any. Fuck you.
All right, I'll shut up.
Okay, now let's get on with the topic of today's show, and that is all things coming up, because we have less than 7 days before Singles Awareness Day. Now, as most of you know, in order to not be single, making out is a thing, which means we know that Bane was definitely single. And as you can see, we've gone from whatever the fuck Bane was to whatever you're wearing now. Now let's go back to Bane. Let's talk about Bane for a second, because that man was definitely single. You can't make out with anything like that. That's the evilest Joker I've ever. Oh, dear God.
That didn't do anything. Okay, sorry. I'm sorry I keep derailing you. Just stop looking at me.
All right, there we go. Now, Singles Awareness Day, which is also known as Valentine's Day for people who actually have a partner that are looking to break up, because it is the #1 day in history that most people cause breakups, have breakups, or experience a breakup because of, and it's Valentine's Day. So let me go ahead and say this. If you are out there in a non-dedicated couple, don't fuck it up, because it could be the end. Statistically speaking, it's the truth. Now, with that being said, Singles Awareness Day, if you abbreviate it down to SAD, and I wish you all a happy SAD. Yeah.
You're just blowing my mind.
Okay. Happy SAD. Yeah. Happy Singles Awareness Day. I'm going to stop there. I feel like, you know what?
What?
More sake. Okay. I had a point at some point, and it became a blunt. It's like, you know, I had a point, and it somehow became a permanent marker that you accidentally took the cap off and put it in your mouth. And people think you have blacked out teeth, but really you were sucking on a magic marker. And Torben's like, I don't know what I came back into. God. I feel like Torben feels like we are the bane of his existence.
You merely adopted the podcast. I was born in it. Molded by it.
This is why this is my favorite podcast. Because we can just go in whatever ridiculously absurd and unnecessary direction we feel the need to. And Bertie's like, I don't understand what just happened. Are you drinking through Bane's mask?
Pouring it slowly into the mask. Into the mask.
Into the mask.
Oh.
I guess that's why you never hear him whine. You only hear him bitch.
You merely adopted the dark. I was born in it. Molded by it.
So speaking of Batman, let's go with that real quick while we're here. 50 Shades of DJ and Cup. Yes. My go to sleep movies lately have been Batman. And I decided to start back at the beginning with the OG Batman movie, Michael Keaton, Jack Nicholson, Prince with the soundtrack, which was amazing at the time. When I remember when it came out as a kid, it was great. I've gone back and watched it while trying to go to sleep and realized the fuck is going on with this movie. There's so many things that are problematic. For example, all this advanced targeting that Wayne Tech has created, and he's in the Batwing, and all of a sudden, just so we're clear, all of a sudden, he hits everything except the Joker? What the fuck? Joker pulls out the longest big dick 45 caliber fucking revolver. Fucking revolver.
Yeah.
With a thing that's like 7 feet long and shoots one shot at the Batwing, and this motherfucker goes down. The fuck exactly was inside the round of that chamber, and why did it need to be 9 feet long? Like, rhinoceros penises are that long. What the fuck? Why is that a thing that you gotta have in your pants, the Joker? But I digress. Let me go forward. Now, in the process of the first Batman film, the Batmobile rolls up into the chemical plant. Right, we all saw it happen. He shot the thing across the way. He got the big things, and he puts the shields up, and the little side balls come out the tires and drop down and pull back in.
Yeah.
It blows up an entire building, causes it to completely implode upon itself, and drives off. And yet, amidst all of that kind of weaponry and crazy ballistic nightmare shenanigans, in the next film, Batman Returns, featuring the Penguin, a bunch of fucking flunky clowns roll in and are able to use a bullshit remote control to just turn off all the shields and fucking rewire shit because they're apparently super MIT level strange smart. No, bitch, that's some bullshit. And then you've got these giant ass penguins that look like the type of furry that you would run from at a convention because you're not sure why their arms aren't out in public, but you also know there's something going on that their arms aren't showing, and you realize what's happening inside of that costume. And here they are waddling back about. Yes, and that's the kind of flailing that happens. It's just crazy. I haven't gotten the third film, but I finished the second one before I fell asleep last night. Trust me, my dreams were humorously inappropriate. I'll stop talking.
And I assume they're all about Catwoman.
Why so serious? Yes,
mostly, so, but I first of all, to your first point,
Catwoman.
He doesn't kill, except in the first 5 issues of the original comic back in the 60s.
Yes, and he did a great job back then.
He did a great job. He even used guns.
Yes. Which he has guns on the Batmobile and in the Batwing.
Here's a fun fact, a little bit of trivia for you. 1989 Batman.
Go ahead.
You know when they're going through the Gotham Museum and they're destroying all the paintings, and then Joker says, "Ooh, I like that one." He like makes eyes at a painting and they don't destroy it. That same painting is hanging on the wall in Joaquin Phoenix's Joker's apartment in the Joaquin Phoenix painting, or in the Joaquin Phoenix Joker movie. Honestly, there's a little nod to the 1989 Joker.
Did you watch that film?
I did.
And thoughts?
I think it was a fantastic way to look at Joker as somebody who has a severe mental illness, and I thought it was fantastic.
Okay.
You didn't like it?
No, I certainly did not. I thought it was. Did Joaquin Phoenix do a great job? Yes. From a technical perspective of his acting capabilities, yes. Did I think the movie had anything to fucking do with DC Comics whatsoever, or any of the actual lore or mythology behind the Joker? No. The fuck was that shit?
But that was the point.
Chris Nolan at least was able to dive deep into the back end of what would look like in the real world, sort of. If Bruce Wayne had been adopting a whole shit ton of R&D into what he was doing, and also checked all of the real world catastrophes that would have gone on including deaths of real people who get caught in the crossfire. It was a nightmare scenario.
So
to an extent,
you think the Christopher Nolan Joker was a more accurate, like it was more probable than Joaquin Phoenix's?
Okay, there's on the level of legitimacy, no one will ever be able to touch Heath Ledger's Joker ever. It was, in my opinion,
he was great as a comic book Joker.
The greatest comic book Joker in real life. Vocally speaking, the balance between him and Mark Hamill, who, like, he adopted. There were pieces of the Joker from the cartoon and the games in what he created, but physically in the real world, Jack Nicholson represented what was left of the 1960s nostalgia of what Joker was.
Sure.
The Joker that we had next, God damn you and these fucking filters. The Joker we had next was great. It was amazing. Like, he blew our minds in that next level. We saw what happened with Skeet Ulrich. No, not Skeet Ulrich. Who the fuck did the other one?
The original one?
No. Who did the bad one in Justice League and... Not Justice League. Who did the bad one in the...
Suicide Squad?
Suicide Squad.
Oh, yeah, Jared Leto.
Yes. Jared Leto. That was a hot mess.
He's coming back in the Zack Snyder cut of Justice League. We're in my wheelhouse right now.
Now, if Zack Snyder got a chance to shape it the way that he wanted, that's a different story. But I don't think he did. I think getting to see what's going to happen in the Zack Snyder cut is going to be a very different version.
4 hours.
Hopefully. I know. I'm excited.
They reshot everything.
Basically. Well, Joss Whedon fucked it up. I'm not going to lie.
Oh, he did.
I'm a fan of Joss Whedon.
He did great with the Avengers and Buffy.
Yes, but he failed to see things in the way that Zack Snyder had wanted to create them, including the Black Superman outfit, like it true to the comic books, and yet everybody else like, okay, you've got these things they're terrifying me, and I love it. There's not enough sake for this. Now, Jared Leto, whatever. Who cares? Point is, nameplates are on the screen.
It's Leto. Jared Leto. That's how he says his own name.
That is actually super freaky hot. I kind of like it in the work. Now, at the end of the day, though, I think anybody who's ever watched the cartoons, I know that people are like, you're in your fucking mid-40s. Why do you watch cartoons? Because I'm not fucking dead inside.
Oh my God, they just added the entire original animated series to HBO.
And Mark Hamill's vocals of the Joker, I think, will always be that true to form feel in the back of our minds of what he sounds like. If you're not Ledger, you're Mark Hamill. I'm hoping that Jared can figure out a way, or has figured out a way with the right direction. Yeah, no joke. There you go, Hiccup. Hi, I love you, honey. I hope that he's found a way to balance those two while also creating something unique for himself. With that said, from the laugh to the actions to the maniacal behavior, nothing, in my personal opinion, nothing Joaquin Phoenix did in that film was worthy of the Joker. I think it was a great film on its own to talk about if you want to use a case study for mental illness in society and how important it is to identify, resolve, and or address how we effectively manage it or address it in our culture, in society, in the world, both cinematically and in the real. But I don't think it was a Joker film. It shouldn't have been a Joker film. It didn't have anything to do with the lore.
No, and they said they didn't want it to be. I feel like it was a character study. I feel like it was looking at, like, if in reality somebody like the Joker were to come into existence, this is the more likely scenario from a, like, when he gets scared, he laughs. You know, he has that maniacal laugh, you know, and when, or I don't know, like it's a more realistic psychological journey into becoming this character. And I feel like that Joker would fit in the next Batman film that's coming out with Sparkly Vampire. But, and I'm really looking forward to that. I can't wait for that movie. But I mean, Heath Ledger's Joker was amazing. And I still think Mark Hamill is the best Joker.
I agree. Vocally, Mark Hamill will always be like, and he's, you know, when you think of the video games and everything else, like, it's always Hamill's Joker that's out there being a little bit nuts. And I love it. But it, again, two different, you got the real and not. And getting Mark Hamill to play the Joker would be virtually impossible.
Yeah. You have to exercise.
Although it would be cool. Now, that being said, I finished the one of the Penguin last night as I fell asleep. I was like, whatever. Like, why can you not? I know. God damn it.
I just found that. Sorry. I don't have ADD. You do.
Do I? Oh my God. Do I?
I don't have access to the filters, or I would just keep going.
I sent you a link, didn't I?
No.
Oh.
Did you?
No, probably not.
Okay. There you go. No signal. There you go, Dad. Now, yeah, we could also like, Jesus fucking Christ.
This is amazing. I'm so sorry. Right. I am so sorry.
Again, we could fill time talking about the things you can do when making your content and bringing it up to the next level with things like this, Instagram and Snapchat filters. I feel like I just gestured the wrong way to the stream. Things like that. That guy. Over there. That motherfucker. All right, there we go. I feel like Torben and Kyle are just sitting over there shaking their heads like, there's not enough liquor in the bottle. What is happening? Jesus. Hi, Daku. How's it going, bud? Now, I just can't with you right now. But these are all things you can do to make your life better, make your stream cooler, and also have good positive conversations about quality content. There you go. It's a thing.
Hello, Daku. Hello, Daku. Daku. Hello, bats.
I've got to do I've done the Joker voice so many times. It's been hilarious. I played Batman as the Joker once. The game? Yeah.
Oh, did you?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, bats. It's only a game. Let's go find someone to kill. I've got this car. Let's go run someone over. Or find some way to break into a bank. I feel like that would be a run.
Fantastic. I
could do a good Joker. I just I don't want to.
I did Junkrat for a VA reel a couple weeks ago.
No way.
and I realized while doing it, it's just Mark Hamill's Joker from Australia. That's really all it is.
Actually, you're right.
If you go back and listen to it, it's like, oh my God, all you got to do is just.
Yeah, you got to be. Yeah, that is true. It's the Joker, but he's an Aussie Joker. Not wrong. All right. So, with regards to strange and weird shit we've heard on the air, online, and other things, I do want to cover something that kind of goes into this while we're talking about how to make your content better.
Okay.
And it's somewhat affected me lately. So, I recently took the weekend off, a whole weekend to myself. It was Super Bowl Sunday, and I just took the whole weekend off Friday evening, and I didn't DJ or anything.
That's awesome.
I just took the weekend to myself. I didn't really get involved in conversations. I didn't really get involved in Discord much. I just had fun. I cooked, I smoked food in the grill, watched football, did nothing whatsoever particularly, god damn it, important at all.
That's awesome. That's really good. Wow.
And I think it's important that we touch upon that, because part of coming up with great content, part of coming up with like content that is going to be validly representative of what you are capable of, and not something that you're just pushing out there because you feel like you should, means finding and striking a balance. And I have been going for a long time on a 6-day-a-week stream balance, and I'd stream 6 days a week, except for even on my day off, I was still streaming, but I was recording podcasts or voice acting on my day off, and also in meetings. And I stacked all my meetings starting at like 10 a.m. and would roll from meetings all the way up until my podcast, and then my podcast would roll. And then after the podcast was done with Podtacular, I would end up with more meetings or phone calls or otherwise. It was a whole day. So I never added actual day off for, well, since we came to Twitch. And I discovered how much more fun for me it is to have some time off, to engage in things that mean something to me or that are fun for me, so that I can engage better in a rested manner and have all my wits about me for humor, etc., for the community. So if you're watching this and you're thinking, I have to stream every day, because if I don't stream every day, I'm going to lose my followers and my viewers, I'm going to tell you this. You're not wrong that you may lose some people, but those aren't necessarily the people that you want to keep in the first place. Viewer retention and viewer loyalty are measured not in how many people stop watching you because you didn't stream for a day and took some time for yourself. It's measured in those who are there when you come back, those who are there when you need them. When you say, I'm having a day and I need to talk about it, I need to let some shit off, and being honest with your community. As a content creator, honesty is important, and it's not easy. It's not easy. And there's a big disparity between those that see those who see vulnerability as a weakness. I think we all hit these places in our lives and hit these moments in our careers where we think, hey, I'm not okay, but I don't want my stream to see that because they're going to see that as weakness. I don't want my competition to see that because they're going to see this as weakness. It's not weakness, it's a vulnerability. Being vulnerable is human. It's part of who we are. It's part of how we grow. It's part of how we identify with each other emotionally, empathically, compassionately. We do these things together because we all go through these moments. And it's when you're down that the other people who are up pick you up. They bring you back to balance. And when you're up, you bring those who are down there back up to balance. And it's a seesaw effect. And you find that balance in life, just like you find that balance in your community. You bring positivity to the lives of those people who need to improve the quality of their day. And that's what we do. So when you're planning your stream, when you're planning how you're going to be entertaining people on your channel, if there's one piece of advice that I think should stick out above everything, it's make sure that you're taking time for you. Did I play video games while I was off stream? Yep. Because I liked it. I didn't stream it though.
It's the best time to do it.
Because I needed time away from being on camera. You know? You can cough or drink, blow your nose, pick your nose. I don't give a fuck. Do whatever you do off camera because you can do so. You can giggle, laugh, fart. Who cares if the mic picks it up? It's a thing. But balancing. How does Cup help me out with balance? Because Cup helps reinforce those elements that I'm afraid to admit to. Because Cup usually sees right the fuck through my bullshit. And it's like, yeah, hold on.
If I'm having a little moment,
yeah, Cup kind of balances me out, and we seesaw back and forth. Sometimes Cup has down days, and I bring him up, and it's a seesaw, and seesaws aren't designed to work if they're just static. Your ups and downs are part of the ebb and flow so that other people realize that normal is a flow. It's not a consistent state of existence. It is a flow. You have your ups and downs, and we do this just like a wave or a ripple in a river. And accepting those things about being a content creator and knowing, hey, we're not all on CW. This is not always a thing. We're not always okay. It's just not a sitcom from the 90s. Where everything's solved in 30 minutes or an hour. It's a process.
A very special episode.
And if you want to, I would say, engage with your community, where you have an opportunity to really, truly embody authenticity in a genuine way, be real with them. Admit, hey, I'm not in the best space today. It's okay. Not everybody is. Sometimes you need your stream as your therapy. Sometimes your stream needs you as their therapy. And finding out how to do that by taking time off for yourself is incredibly important. So
it is. And we talked about diversifying content last week a little bit.
Yeah.
I would challenge you, and you just talk about worried about losing followers if you don't stream. Shouldn't be worrying about losing followers. You should be worrying about gaining followers and appreciating the ones that you have. And what you need to realize is that 99% of your followers, when you're diversifying your content, come when you're not live. Yep. They find you on YouTube, they find you on TikTok, they find you on Instagram, they find you blah, 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 blah. Because Twitch doesn't have an algorithm. Okay? Yeah. So you have to go out there and create your own discoverability, right? And so I would challenge you to stream 3 days a week and focus on the other 3 that you were focusing on streaming because you were so stressed about losing followers, to create content on other platforms on a consistent basis for 2 to 3 months and see what happens. My Twitch channel, after coming back from Facebook and Mixer and all this stuff, my streams are a minuscule amount of, as far as concurrent viewership as what they used to be. I got partnered for a reason, right? I used to average at least 100 a couple years ago. But I jumped around and I tried new things, and I was willing, and I knew the risk of that happening, and I knew I was willing to start over. But I totally lost the point of what I was saying. I lost it. It's gone.
Uh-oh.
I totally lost it. Where was I?
Well,
where was I?
You were talking about the fact that you've been on the upside. You're now on the downside. Like, you were at a point where you had an extraordinary, like, you've had huge followings. You were averaging over 100.
Oh, yeah, and I had 1 million. My channel has over 1 million views on it.
There you go.
They don't show that on the channel anymore, which sucks because I was really happy when you could see how many views a channel had.
Yeah.
It has over 1 million views. But it doesn't stress me out because I knew the risk. I was willing to take a risk of losing viewership and things like that to go find new ways to make content and develop a community. And now I have other places to produce content. Like I put on my Facebook page that's still active, I put clips and I talk to people who don't use Twitch, and but they still want to keep up with what I'm doing, and I talk to them, and it's just it's
a thing. Being
live, and I've used this analogy a million times, but I think it's pretty good. if you're relying on the Twitch directory or the Twitch algorithm that doesn't exist, to build your viewership base and and your follower base and anything like that, it's the equivalent of opening a business, like a brick and mortar business, and just relying on the street traffic that walks by, like the sidewalk traffic in front of the store that walks by, and the 1% of people who walk by actually notice and come in to sustain you. It's the exact same thing. What you do when you start a business is you advertise, you do other things to reach audiences outside of yourself. I've done this with 1 million bars that I've opened, and I've fought people like tooth and nail, like we've screamed at each other, owners of bars, that me trying to explain to them that they need to spend money on advertising, and that's and you don't actually have to spend money to advertise for streaming.
You just have to be creative.
You do, and you just have to get your name in front of as many people as possible. And there's a right way to do that, and there's a wrong way to do it. The wrong way is to self-promote in other people's streams on Twitch, to plug your stream on YouTube comments, to do all that. It's just all shady and stupid, and it doesn't matter. And you're gonna end up attracting.
That's a great way to find trolls.
Yes, exactly.
Because the trolls are gonna latch on and be like, "You're this dumb. Hold on." I'll be right there.
Exactly. let me show you what I got going on. It's just
You're this dumb. This will be fun.
It's so you don't need to be live all the time. Yeah. Now, when you get to a certain size, when Tim the Tatman goes live, he makes about $10,000 on a stream, right? Between everything that he has, between subscribers and affiliate or sponsorship deals, everything like that. Sure, that's when you do all day streams, like Nick Merckx, like all that. But at the same time, Nick Merckx didn't get big until he started his YouTube channel, and now he's one of the biggest YouTube channels. So it's and he does stupid ass, like, look at this loadout, and here's me using the loadout. Like, you don't even have to do anything at that point when you get big. But look at his earlier stuff, and he was actually making an effort. There's ways to do it. You can grow much faster streaming less. That's the thing. And I hate the term grind. I don't like it when people say, it's just grinding, grinding is COD ranks, grinding the stream. You just got to keep sitting there being live and hope for that big host.
No, because I've watched people do that, and it does not work that way.
No, it doesn't. I'm sorry. I just completely took over your point, but I had to.
Oh, you're good. You're good. You're on the right path. Please. And that's what's interesting, is that if you're not feeling like your channel is going the direction that you want it to go, then try something different. Try something new. If there are certain elements of your stream that you want to keep because they're important to you, great. Just make sure that they're important to you because it's part of what brings you joy in what you're doing, and not because it's part of what you think other people should like. Just because I like house music doesn't mean that everybody else wants to listen to house music. But if it's something that I feel that brings me joy to stream, then I'm going to stream it. Doesn't really matter if other people come and watch. People who enjoy it will come. Those who don't will come the next time for something else and something different. But you've got to find that balance of what's worth making your neck stretch to the right or the left, like Kermit's doing here, or what's worth keeping and continue to evolve as a content creator. God
and it's niching down too, right? So you can niche. So, okay. For me, I refuse to stop playing Call of Duty, even though I know it's bad for my channel. But what I can do with content is, like, and this worked because I tested it on YouTube. Call of Duty Black Ops Cold War but what's the best way to finish your point blank camo challenges with SMGs and shotguns? And I went over the game mode and the builds for the guns. I just niched it super down, and people search for that stuff. You know, you got to think about, like, you just, like, YouTube is now just a search engine. It's just Google with video.
Pretty much.
So make content that people search for and put it in your title and description, and just keep doing that on a consistent basis and watch it grow. I can't do it. The Kermit the Frog here. I can't do it.
Kermit the Frog here, and I am going to give you advice on the things that CupofRobots says, because he is smart. And also, he has a cup that is full of robots. And eventually, I hope to leave this cup inside of Miss Piggy's apartment so they can murder her in her sleep.
Is that not the direction we were going with this?
So, in full disclosure, there was, like, they give you previews of what the filter looks like, and that is not what this filter looked like. It was going to be like a negative effect.
A lie. Yeah,
it is.
These dogs are doing something upstairs, and I feel like what I'm hearing is them rolling the bowling ball back and forth.
You gave them a bowling ball?
Oh, can't pop a bowling ball.
That is true.
But and I've told this story already on my stream. I'll tell it again. So I thought, hey, I'm gonna be cool. I'll buy a bowling ball because reasons. They love it. It rolls on its own. They can scratch the shit out of it. It doesn't hurt me. It grinds their nails down. It doesn't hurt the hardwood floors. And so I'm getting the barbecue ready on Sunday, right? Getting everything prepped and cleaning it and getting fire going. And I bring the bowling ball out there and set it in the far side of the yard on the concrete and things like that. We've got a paved, bricks and out the back. And they start rolling back and forth, and Astro is doing this thing with his front paws and watching it spin towards him, which is thoroughly entertaining for him. And as he does this once, Alfie swipes at it. And Kevin and I watch as the bowling ball does this and smashes into a full-size planter. And the whole porcelain bowl, this whole planter, just shatters into like 15 pieces.
Jesus Christ.
And the dogs look at us like, goal! I thought, well, that's on me. Dogs 1, backyard 0. Yeah, no. So and I'm like, all the plant and the stand and the giant torch that was in there, and all the dirt was just sitting in place, but like the whole rest of the thing shattered into pieces. I'm like, what the actual shit? Yes,
I mean, you get upset about them tearing stuff up, but you keep giving them weapons.
I gave them a bowling ball. And yet, yeah. Well, I mean, to put this into perspective, beforehand, I had Alfie bring me a brick one day. A fucking brick. He put it in his mouth, brought it over, dropped it at my feet, and almost broke my toe. And I'm like, you're lucky that toe wasn't real to begin with, but also fuck you. God damn it. Anyways. Okay, so we've got Mutahost, apparently. And I don't know how long that lasts. 25 seconds in this show. And it's, well, you know what? We've only got so much time left. Yeah, it's like that new feature. All right, well, if that's the case, then I guess I have to close the show out while you're bowling on your face hole. So, Cup is already muted. I'm not getting muted. That's just the thing. Can't mute me, Corbin. I didn't sign that.
I've unmuted myself contract because I have all the power.
There we go. So, God fucking damn it. Point of having a show is having 2 talk shows. So yeah, there we go. We've got an entire week's long schedule here at Next Level TSC. To find out more, follow us on Twitter at Next Level TSC. You can also hit up on YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, all the same. It's Next Level TSC. Yeah. So
Not active
with
on
that,
any of those.
yeah, and we're active on all of those.
Before we go, I would like you to sniff that Sharpie. Once again, audio listeners can off.
I feel like my eyeballs just rolled back a little bit. That was really bad.
Get in there. Get in there.
Always my sinuses are clearing. That's awkward. Pupil dilation's fun.
Doing step bro.
Something with a pen. A big black pen. Yeah, so there we go. Other than that, we'll continue next week following the Singles Awareness Day Mania and 8-bit bowling experience known as Cup of Robots Face. There we go. 15 of those pens, hiccup. I am now looking to lose any further brain cells than I've already got, and that's not a whole lot to like pray to.
My brain cells are empty.
There we go. Yes, what is there is already on vacation and has been for some time.
No.
Yeah.
Leave
Also,
a message
yes,
at the beep.
we're empty. So, that being said, pen 15. Oh God. So fucking done. Yeah. Thanks everybody, and we'll see you again next level on next week TSC. I'm fucking
Next
fired.
week.
Next week on Next Level TSC with screaming. Yeah, with screaming at the next level. There you go. Jesus fucking Christ.
Yeah.
Are we done yet?
I don't know. Bye, nerds. Oh, by the way, we're Cup of Robots on DJ, and we're schedules our times. Bye.
Yeah, you can check out our channels at twitch.tv/CupofRobots, twitch.tv/DJBluePDX. There you go. All right.
All right. Goodbye. Dicks.
Bye, everybody.
Oh, one more time.
God.
Wait.
Oh, yeah.
What are you doing, step bro?
The fuck you say to me, you little shit?
Fuck this shit, I'm out. No thanks.